Hello friends, this is course time. So we are uploading different based courses to new technologies. So we are going to take our third session for operating system. So if you didn't watch the previous videos of operating system, so please go to our channel, then go to playlist, then go to operating system. Then simply we have completed two lectures. In previous lecture, we have completed. So we have just started the types of operating system. So this is our types of operating system: batch OS, multi-programming OS, networking OS, distributed OS, and many. So here in this lecture we are going to discuss in details types of operating system. So let's go to our study folder. So operating system, so this is the OS basics. So in today's class we have set our date. So if you want this, then simply just wait. So sorry for the interruption. So if you want this today's class links, so many students are facing problems due to for where are the notes. So simply go to our channel, then go to community post, then simply scroll down. Then these are our new playlists are available, like engineering projects, Microsoft Azure, Linux, AWS, Django. So in this, if you scroll down, you will get one link regarding notes 13 that I like. This is the playlist number 13, operating system. So simply click on this Google Drive. It will redirect it to this link. So the first two lectures are this. So after the end of this, then if you open this folder, you will get notes according to this. For example, this is the first png file for our operating system, like processes, and then this is the fifth png file. So we explained in the first lecture. So simply we will continue to our lecture. Okay, so simply this is our basics, like this is our pdf made by me, or it's just a reference by another person. So this is the simple batch OS. These are the types of operating systems are available: batch OS, multi-programming OS, networking OS, distributed OS, real-time OS, time-sharing OS, multitasking OS, then multi-processing OS. So simply we just start batch OS. Okay, so batch operating system is simply so we are at on the means direct meaning is that okay, sorry, wait, okay, so it simply means scheduling, or simply combine different uh, similar types of jobs who given by users. For example, I am the user. I am giving different jobs for my operating system, like opening a file, different creating read write methods. For example, I want to create a folder on desktop, then I will rename it. So this is simply means the combined similar types of jobs who's given by this similar types of jobs, that means a batch, like a batch file. Okay, batch file is a combined zip file of similar tasks. Okay, just we write batch. Okay, for example, this is our let's take an example for understanding you. So for example, this is the user, or for example operating system. Okay, simply we will write it operating system. is simply an operating system. So we have different types of users available. For example, in a class, there are many students who are accessing different types of operating system. For example, this is the user one, this is the user two, this is the user three, this is the user four, this is the user five. Okay, this is the user five. Okay, simply we'll write user one, user two, user three, user four, user five. Okay, for example, let's take a task for user one is to create a folder on the desktop. Then user two wants to access the my files in the computer system, or simply renaming the disk, or many more examples. Like user three want to copy the data using the pen drive or third party applications to copy the data in laptop to mobile. For example, user four wants to install a new operating system in our current operating system. User 5 want another jobs, for example. These are similarly called jobs. Okay, so simply we will assign, uh, so we call jobs. Okay, so simply these are jobs for our operating system. Simply user 2 for this operating system. Okay, our the diagrams. Okay, so what batch operating system means? So, for example, the user 1, user 2, user 3 is simply combined through similar types of jobs or similar types of processes want to do on operating system. It is called batch operating system. For example, this simply creates one batch file. Okay, simply creates a batch file. Simply we write batch. Okay, batch 1, or simply with another write uh, batch 2. Okay, so simply and batch operating system means it's simply similar kind of jobs are combined to one batch. It's called batch operating system. Okay, so the remaining two batch 2 files includes user 4 and user 5. Okay, these are the batch 1 files, and these two are for another batch. Okay, then it simply gives us the computer. Okay, understand? If you have any doubts, so please drop in the comment section below. Okay, we simply save this, then desktop study folder, where is study folder, then operating system in today's class. Date is uploaded, so it is 01. So it's simply a just set. Okay, so simply we will create another paint. So simply batch OS. Okay, it takes similar jobs having same requirement and group them into batches. Like this is simply we I have discussed this in below in previous slide. So the users collect respective output when all the jobs get executed. Okay, the users collect respective output when all jobs are executed. For example, let's okay, wait, I will on the cursor so you will understand accordingly. For example, this is the job 1, this is the job 2, and this is the job nth position. The users collect respective output when all the jobs are delivered. For example, the job executed through this OS understands like job 1 to job 50 are similar kind of jobs, so it will replace to batch file, then another job 51 to job n, so it is replaced in another batch file. Okay, to simply understand the advantages of batch OS. Okay, simply we copy this and paste in this. Okay, and then these are disadvantages of operating system. Okay, so we understand accordingly, we will understand accordingly. So multiple users can share batch files. For example, there are this is the so for example in a class this is the computer are many students are available. So simply it is useful for multiple users to can share a batch file. For example, user one access to a similar kind of job, this is the user one access to similar kind of jobs to the user 3, so it simply makes simply we will take another batch file for this two, then the second wants to access with the fourth file, so they simply create an batch file for this, and simply they can access to the operating system creating batch files. Okay, simply we will save this. So idle time is very less because scheduling different similar jobs at a time, so it will reduce the time. Then easy to manage large work, easy to manage large work repeatedly in batch system. For example, uh, if the this for example this is the user 1 and at user 50 it is the same job as user 1, so it takes another 10, but at an advantage of batch operating system it simply understand or simply just understand it is ultimately the previous batch 1 process, so it's simply directed to the batch simply user 1, so easy to manage large work repeatedly in batching. For example, this is the large work. Improves computer efficiently because it eliminates CPU time between two jobs. So for example, this is the CPU and the user 1 is this, user 2 is this, user 3 is this. User 1 have a similar job, user 2 also has a similar job, user 3 also has a similar job. If it takes another time, for example, user 1 want to process the task in 5 minutes, then user 2 simply takes another 5 minutes, user 3 simply takes another 5 minutes, they have total 15 minutes. But in the batch operating system, if the user 1 simply understand what is the similar tasks are going to be processed in the operating system, then it will take only 5 minutes. Then second user simply first user will understand, so it is simply redirected to for batch 1 file, so it does not take another 5 minutes, and simply the third will take another simply take similar job to batch 1 file, it does not take another 5 minutes, so simply in 5 minutes the three tasks will be done completely. Then it's so for this it improves computer efficiency because it eliminates CPU tasks. Okay, then these advantages of batch operating, hard to debug. For example, it's simply we have already you know about these two terms like compress and zip. For example, extract or zip. Okay, for example, extract or zip or compress. Okay, if you know these terms. So simply extracting is like simply we will say this and open this. For example, these are the multiple users tasks are assigned on the number. Okay, for example, these are many tasks. So uh, what zip the file, what zip means. So these are the similar kind of jobs or different types of jobs. So it simply makes one file, like one file two. Simply there are like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, there are total 8 tasks or 8 different processes are available to run in operating system. After the zipping, this 8 9 tasks converted into a single file task. Okay, simply we'll write a single zip file. Okay, so this is the zip file for this. And similarly, for zip or compress or simply extract. Second is extract. Similarly, it is the process. For example, and big file consisting of small files. Okay, or different types of files depending on that. So after extracting this file, it simply classifies. For example, this is the one file. Okay, uh, and we write, for example, this is the one file. After extracting is the process simply creating multiple files using one file. So it's simply extracted to single binary files like this. Okay, okay, what is the meaning of explaining these two terms? Simply I will explain. Okay, to this class, then in this. Okay, simply open with the this open with that. Okay, so extract and zip or compress is explained simply. So hard to debug means debug, you know the debug. For example, the debug means extract. Okay, so simply multiple files extracted to a single particular file. So the disadvantage of batch OS is if the similar types of jobs are compressed to one batch file, then it is hard to extract them for a particular task. Okay, then sometimes costly. So it's simply sometimes costly because it takes various number of tasks to process the data. It causes starvation. Other jobs have to wait unknown time for it job fails. For example, this is the job one. Job one. This is job two. This is three. Then this is four, and then this is five. Okay, so simply no, it's called starvation because other jobs have to wait for another. For example, 1 2 3 are processing with a new batch file. So simply 4 and 5 are added to QA or added to in the waiting for the 1 2 3 job executed or to be failed. For example, 1 2 and failed, then the third also will fail because it is a batch file. Okay, so simply 4 and 5 have to wait for their running process state. So no interactive getting input from user is not possible in batch operating system as the user is not present in execution time. Okay, simply we have understand about the batch operating system. Okay, then we will go to the multi-programming operating system. Simply we will just copy. Multi-programming operating system means like there are multiple programs are compressed to one file, or multiple programs are running at one stage is called multi-programming operating system. And simply an extension, for example, simply this is that simply it is an extension of batch operating system where CPUs always kept busy. CPUs always kept busy, but each process needs two types of system time: CPU time and input output time. Okay, let's understand this. Simply we will save this as fixed slide. Okay, for example, CPU time and operating it. For example, this is the operating system. It has to running the different processes or jobs. So multiple programming. A multi-programming operating system simply means, for example, this is the computer or OS. So it has basically two types. For example, CPU time. CPU time it have to run at least two times, like CPU time, and this is the input output time. Okay, CPU time, it is like central processing unit to process different running states of the program to run at constant time. Okay, this is the CPU time. Then this is the IO time. Okay, this is the simply so this is the simply computer or OS multi-programming operating system simply means, and means like when a process uses output and other processes will use CPU, thus it improves efficiency of the system. So advantage, simply we say this slide. So simply we will open with paint. So advantages of the multi-programming operating system is response time can be reduced because the both CPU time and the IO time will act simultaneously will act simultaneously to reduce the response time of the operating system. Then disadvantages of the multi-programming operating system is it does not provide user interaction with computer system. Okay, then we will move to our third. This is the multi-programming operating system, and this is the multi-processing operating system. So this is the multi-processing operating system. Multi-processing operating system. So this is the PDF made by me and my friends for different knowledge or assessing. For example, like there are different books which have different reference for operating system. So we have just taken the reference to make this PDF or any, and it is available on any platform. You can use it. So simply we are going to use for many students can't understand directly what operating system means. Okay, so multi-programming multi-processing, third, this is the third one. Okay, third, multi-processing operating system. So simply this is the main memory, and this is the CPU, IO processor, and IO units. Okay, the main memory is simply give us the CPU to schedule jobs, different types of jobs. Sorry for this. So CPU creates different types of CPU jobs that input output processor can understand to input output units, then it's simply redirected to main memory for accessing different types of jobs. For example, input output processor simply takes the understanding between the main memory, means simply takes the jobs or different types of tasks. For example, this is there are multiple types of tasks are available for running the CPU. So it simply takes the input output processor for jobs, then it simply creates the input output units, and the same process will go to the CPU input output processor and input output units. So here, like multi-processing, like there are different processes can be assigned parallelly. Here parallel computing is achieved because at one time main memory understands the different types of multi-processing units can be easily running at one state. Okay, so this is the state one, which, for example, sorry for saying that again and again, state 1. Okay, state 1, but process 1, and this is process 2. So this is the process 1 and this is the process 2, and this is the state 1. Okay, so state 1 is simply understands about the parallel running of two different types of processes at one state or at one time, is called multiprocessing operating system. So simply, more than one processors are present in system, which helps in executing more than one processor at same time. Increased throughput of the system, because in it increased throughput and means it simply increase the probability of getting the task or the process successful run. Okay, for that operating system. So there are advantages and disadvantages for the multiprocessing operating system. So these are the advantages: increase reliability or increase throughput. Then disadvantages like more complex as it contains multiple CPUs, because their main memory, like main disadvantage of operating system is like multiple CPUs cannot be used in the current state, because it costs very differently, and many CPUs cannot handle at one main memory states. Like, for example, there are 50 to 60 processes are there, so it simply can't take the main memory at state 1. So there is a disadvantages for this multi-processing operating system, more complex as it is contains multiple CPUs. Then advantages like increased reliability, increased throughput. Okay, so simply we will end this lecture with explaining the three different types of operating systems and many more. In the next lecture, we will going to take multitasking operating system. Simply we will cancel this. Simply we will save this as our seventh slide. Okay, simply we will go to our channel. Then okay, I will upload this lecture in no time, because if we go to our studio, like YouTube studio, it's simply understand where, like, then go to analytics, then simply go to our subscribers count live. So this is the 773. On the our next subscriber goal is 800. So simply you can complete it easily, like, means if you want to stay updated on the latest course, so please subscribe to our channel, because 773 only 27 subscribers are remaining for uploading all the remaining videos of each playlist. So please done in no time. Okay, so there are many more, like, if engineering students want different types of projects to their report submission or their semester evaluation, then simply go to our channel, then go to playlist, then simply go to engineering projects. So we have uploaded two types of projects directly at free of cost on YouTube for understanding different types of projects for the students who are facing problems during the semester evaluation or in engineering status. Okay, so this is the simple entry and detection operating system. Then this is the top classification operating system. Sorry, operating not operating system, class crop classification project. Then we have loaded another new new playlist. Okay, so this is the Microsoft Azure, then Linux operating system, then data science operating system. So why I'm saying operating system, because operating system is going to take. Okay, so data science playlist is also available. Then Django playlist is also available. Okay, so thank you for this. Please subscribe to our channel. So these are our social handles for this. For example, Instagram profile. Simply, this is our profile post time. Simply uploaded the different types of updates regarding to our channel. So this is the Facebook page. This is the LinkedIn page. Then this is the Twitter. Okay, simply follow our Instagram page post times, then and simply subscribe to our channel. Thank you.